this light will work on a small cube tank, no problem. It's a pretty cool little tank, and I needed a light that I could hang on the wall so it wouldn't hang on the rim of the tank, and I was able to do that by making this bracket back here. That doesn't come with the light. It's something that I made myself. But I'm pretty impressed with how the little light functions. It's only a 30-watt light, but it does have a very nice spectrum for a saltwater or mixed reef tank or a coral tank. So right now it's on whites and blues, and if I click the button, it'll go to the white lights only, but there still are some blues on in this kind of light mode, so you're still going to get a little bit of a blue effect, but it is pretty white, and I think it looks pretty good. And then if I click it again, it'll go to the actinic blue or the ultraviolet blue. This is a very deep royal blue color. I'm going to put up 3 pictures right now that show the 3 different lights, kind of what they look like to the actual eye. It does have 5 different brightness settings. This is on the lowest brightness, number 1, and then you can go 2, 3, 4, 5, which looks incredibly blown out on camera right now. And believe me, in person, this is very bright. It's difficult to look at in the tank right now. So we're going to put it back down to the bottom. Somewhere in the middle, if you're keeping corals, is probably going to be where you want this to be. Now let's take a closer look. All right, so this is what it's looking like. This is the little 30-watt LED kind of situation going on here. If I turn it just a bit, you can kind of see the pattern. There you go. I know that's really bright, but that's what the pattern looks like. And it's got that parabolic dome on it. So it has a very, very nice shape and look in the water. If you have water moving in your tank, you're going to get a beautiful looking shimmer from this light. But I don't have water movement in this tank, and I've done that on purpose. Looking up at the top of the light up here, you can see that there's a fan in there, and that fan doesn't kick on unless you go into, I think, the 3rd level of brightness. There you go. You can see the fan kick on. And then if you go to the 4th and 5th level, that fan really gets to moving. But even on the 5th level, I can't hear it, and I'm only about a foot away from the fan, so it's super quiet. That's very nice. So we'll back it back down, and that fan will quit. The arm over here is completely adjustable. You can just grab this and move it to wherever you need it to be, to position it how you want it to be. And like I said, this is 30 watts, and they say that this is good for an 18 by 18 inch area. And listen, with the brightness this thing's putting out, I absolutely agree. I don't have a par meter, but I can tell you after doing this for 25 years, this light will work on a small cube tank, no problem. This is what the mount situation looks like. I had to make this little bracket back here, but the mount on the light itself works very good. And this is what the controller looks like. You have your brightness adjustment right here. You just click the button to change the brightness like so. Put that down. Now this one changes what color it is, like so. This is actually the timer button, and if we get real close here, you can see 6H, 9H, and 12H. Now the way this timer works with this light is you'll want to click the button and set the LED to the color corresponding to the amount of time you want the light to be on. And you have to do that at the time you want the light to come on. So if you want it to be on for 6 hours from noon to 6 p.m. per se, you would set it to the yellow LED at noon, and it'll stay on for the 6 hours, and then it will remain off for an additional 18 hours and come on the next day at noon again. Same thing with the 9 hours and the 12 hours, and it subtracts the difference from 24, and that's how it works on the timer. And then you got a power button on the bottom, of course. It's a simple plug into the wall, and I really, really, really like the way that this little light looks. This is awesome.